To collect data and analyze it is to transform information and knowledge. Creating opportunities for residents of informal settlements to collect information about themselves and do a simple analysis of it is a powerful process of knowledge creation. It is a simple yet extraordinary transition from being an object of a data collection exercise into becoming a manager of information about yourself and your community. This is simply and purely participatory research. Through the data collection exercise, the subjects of data collection turn into those who create the database, produce knowledge, and use it to explore their needs and requirements. Data about the poor is collected by the government. The decadal census, data on slums, identification of below the poverty line surveys, and so on. In all these instances, others collect data and use it. The data is rarely brought back to people to check for accuracy, and rarely can they use the information themselves. They cannot contest it if it has errors. We also know that whoever collects the information owns it. And so, when communities collect information and learn how to process it, they own this data. Such data ensures that it aggregates the concerns of the residents in the slum or informal settlement in detail. Its accuracy and what insights it provides are based on facts and figures, rather than individuals talking about it anecdotally.
आज जो भी कुछ है क्या है मतलब मुंह पर है ना 10 है 15 है गिनती में पर आंकड़े के रूप में नहीं। तो ये अगर बन जाएगा तो अपने पास में एक आंकड़ा हो जाएगा जो अपन सरकार के साथ में भी और अपने जनप्रतिनिधियों के साथ में भी बात कर सकेंगे।
In this short video, we share the experience of NSTF and Mahila Milan, who lead the social movement of the urban poor, seeking to make the residents of informal settlements critical actors in city development. They have developed some simple steps that provide an effective guide to facilitating data collection by residents in informal settlements. Usually, the starting point is to hold a community meeting in which people begin to share their views about their lives, their settlement, and its problems. When asked questions such as, "Do you know how many children don't go to school?" or "How many houses have mud floors?" or "What is the average size of a house?" "Do families have adequate water?" "When is garbage collected?" the answers come spilling through.
पानी नहीं है, लाइट नहीं है, बच्चे लोग को स्कूल नहीं है, ये सब हम लोग झेल रहे हैं। वो बैठे बैठे प्लान कर रहे हैं कि हम लोग उनको बदलाव लाना चाहिए, अब परिस्थिति क्या है, कैसा सुधार करें।
Those facilitating this discussion ask, what if you developed questionnaires for yourself and all this information was quantified? What if you could have details about every family and the situation they live in put together by answering a set of questions? No one knows more about this situation than you yourself. In almost all instances, volunteers jump up and want to participate. Several teams are formed. One goes about numbering the houses in chalk and writing names of the household heads, men and women. Another team makes maps with numbers and structures and demarcates the boundaries of the settlement. Yet another group measures houses and observes materials used for the roofing, walls, and floor. The first feedback to the community members is to check if any structure is missed out or if a structure has been numbered twice by mistake. When everyone is satisfied, the team paints the number on the structure with oil paint. Then the household survey starts. The survey is conducted in the language the community is comfortable in. One part covers family history and information, the other specific details about individual members of the household. Special efforts are made to document all the identification data that households have, such as election cards, ration cards, electricity bills, or any other ID card. Once the household survey is completed, residents participate in manually creating a register of all the residents. Everyone looks out for their own names to make sure their names are spelled correctly and their personal information is correct. Similarly, the map is also checked and signed off on. It is a validation of their address. Then simple tables aggregating information about residents by age, by sex, by income, occupation, etc. is done. If possible, this can be simultaneously compiled on a spreadsheet by anyone who has a computer and can enter this data in. Discussions about what to do with the information are a very critical aspect in this first experience of undertaking this research by the community. It has the potential for different subgroups to explore different activities. Mothers can explore ways to make sure all children are immunized and school-going children get admission to schools. Others can speak with the city officials about garbage collection, water, sanitation, and other amenities needed. This list of what can be done will keep growing. Yet, this simple but powerful exploration takes the communities into a path of knowledge creation and a capacity to focus on issues they need addressed.